have my brother here. He's gonna use the last 8 minutes to drag all of us woto in this mud. But I better know.
Hey, brother.
How you doing?
I'm okay, my brother. How you doing?
First of all,
Sorry.
thank you for going to spend that time with Auntie B yesterday.
Oh, I can't afford to miss that. Actually, I was doing something yesterday, but I know I have to be there. If I even say make I go house, go change self, they go don't go before I reach there. So I was just running all the way down there. And
Right.
I thank God I made it. All those sisters, they are beautiful. In fact, I'm so happy that I made it. Let me just put it that way. And of course, Auntie B deserves it too. She has been such a wonderful sister with a big heart, and I'm
That's
just
good.
in love with everything they did.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, she told me that quite a few people came out, and I was like, damn, because I was just in Houston just like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was really fun, and they choose a very good venue for the gets together. This
Nice.
is awesome. Yeah.
Nice.
Sorry, I was listening in the background. I have to take my kids to the swimming pool, and it was noisy there. And of course, I heard my sister Chidima, my social media police.
She said Ondo is far. She already told you Ondo is far.
I know. She go warn me. Brother, okay.
Yes, sir.
I'm not trying to put anybody under the bus, but anytime we have this kind of conversation, it's always good to put it out there that sometimes it's hard to say the truth, because it's like we Africans generally and Nigerians in particular, it's like we like to embrace a mirage story, something that is unreal, or can I say mirage narrative. So we know what is happening, but we want to say it shouldn't be, it could have, I don't buy that. In this case of AY and his wife, like I said in the chat, I am not a fan of divorce, because anytime I see couples, especially those who have gone beyond 5 years, 10 years, breaking up, it's like a warning to me. It's like telling me that, oh boy, forget to. It doesn't matter how long you've been in this game. When it reach your time to collect woto, the thing feel boss, so
it can shake you up.
I tell you, Baba. So I'm not really a fan of. I don't like divorce story, to be honest, because it's always like these are two people who saw each other, they fell in love, they promised each other, I'm gonna be by your side forever, no matter the situation, and now here we are. So it's not a good one. I know it's good for content creation, it really drives traffic, everybody want to know what's going on, but sincerely, I'm not just happy about it. But since the matter is in the public domain, we have to talk about it. So here is my own take as far as this AY and his beautiful wife matter is concerned. I'm not in their marriage, I'm not in their home, but I can say 90% that cheating is involved. AY definitely cheats. And I can also say that the wife has been tolerating the cheating for a long time. She knows. It is just when this feminism stuff idea going rampant now that no, a man can cheat on me, I will not stay. You cheat, I divorce you, I
They will just leave.
I will leave.
No?
So I think that's just what she bought. And I'm gonna say this. I know people I don't even expect anybody to agree with me, but like I said, we have to say what it is. In Nigeria, if you are married to a man in Nigeria and the man is successful, I know they talk about successful, say he be general manager for one place, he get one kind tintini money. When we talk about real millionaire, somebody who has made it, person way broke, there is no way you could be married to that man in Nigeria and you will say you are not expecting him to cheat. Cheating is part of the deal. Let's just call it what it is. Now, wait. That's why I say we are not ready for this.
Go ahead. No, we'll go ready, but I'll take notes. Go ahead, continue.
We know what's up. We know what's up. I'm not talking about African and Nigerian women in the US, but when it comes to Nigerian in Nigeria, you are married to a man in Nigeria, and the man is rich. He get money. you know saying go cheat. If he doesn't cheat, if the man is not cheating, he is 1 in a million. Holy Spirit is upon his life. Because in Nigeria, even if you don't want to cheat, those women are rugged. Not be all of them, especially if we had to go by the circle where you find yourself. If you are in Nollywood, for instance, you are in show business in Nigeria, you are popular, and you get the money. Your husband will cheat. It is left for you to decide if you're going to stay or you are going to leave. So not be if we can analyze this from now to tomorrow, the result is the same. Even some of we men that we are here in the United States, that we say, oh, God give us the grace, oh, we are holy. We know if you are in Nigeria, chances that you will cheat is higher. And I'll defend that. Here is why. Here in the developed world, every man knows the consequences of cheating. You cheat, your wife say you don't want to take him, you know she's going away with half of whatever you have. We all know that. We live in a country where there are rules and where there are rule of laws. The law will take it first. If you do loud, you go collect loud. So even sometimes when we know that opportunity there, make I just go clap for one corner, you will still tell you, say, this woman where I get for house. So if this woman find out, waiting will be the result. But that is not the case in Nigeria. In Nigeria, your husband cheat on you and cheat, I'm leaving. They go now. Who want first and give you money? Or who want to collect half of your property? The body go plenty. So all I'm saying is that it's been there. Even Mabel herself, that's why I said she wanted to play the Yul-Edochie card, but I don't think she got what it takes to play that card. May is on another level. Mabel go respond. This one look like person where go they follow her husband back to back. We delete what she don't say, okay? Mabel knew the husband has been cheating all along and she take it. So what happened all of a sudden? She can't take it no more. Now, in her defense, I don't think any woman should even say the one management that is cheating, because Brola, STD not be anybody mate. I know you were saying talking about the STD narrative briefly.
No, that's good.
I was going in and out. I don't know what that was all about. But here's the thing: STD is nobody's. Is not
anybody's mate.
Not be anybody mate.
Yeah. Fact.
There are some chronic STD you will contract that. Before you completely get rid of it, sometimes it might take a year before you leave your system. And with all these ladies in Nigeria, and especially in that they are Nollywood, all these ladies that their eyes are wide open, they are ready to do anything for money. They go sleep with low killy. I don't want to mention it, but you know what low killy is, right?
What? No, say.
These ladies in Nigeria, all these high top
like sleeping with
we sleep with DOG. They sleep with anything.
In Dubai and in the north, I heard.
They do all sorts of things. No, so now let's look at it. If you now say because you are this big baller, you are famous, you got all the money, and you are sleeping with this lady, then you now bring incurable disease or whatever to your wife at home. Should we say the woman should stay right there and manage the situation? Definitely, I'm not in support of that. Are you getting my point now, my brother?
Yeah. So now, when you say STD, I just want to get something clear. Is this something that we saw in the news somewhere with regards to AY, or was this part of the story? Or you're just saying as regards to cheating?
I saw a glimpse of it, and then one of my assistant, the lady that is managing my Afro Netizen podcast page, she was breaking the grapevine story to me all through yesterday, but I couldn't concentrate. Like I said, I left my home 8 o'clock to go and do coverage, and after I was rushing to Houston. But she was telling me about the STD stuff and that how that lady has been treating STD and all that. Allegedly, I know they deal. I don't know what's about. We all know how this game is played. Let's be honest. As a man, when you sleep with 2, 3, 4 women, you don't carry something. There is no boogie for there. You know, Even as woman, when you sleep with two different men, you don't carry something. There's no
Carry
way
some. Are you talking about soul ties or you're talking about actual disease?
I tried something, brother. Everybody has something.
Where you have facts to reference for this?
It's not fact. It's not fact. It's like you're not getting what
This is how you feel. This is how you feel.
brother.
No, when you sleep with two human beings, you don't carry something. If you say soul ties, I'll let you pass on that. If you talk about actual disease,
brother, actually you want to try and maybe you go sleep with two different women. Maybe you check yourself.
No.
First of all, if I sleep with two women, I won't tell you. But
I am Lola. Don't do that.
Everybody carries something.
I won't tell you. But I'm asking you, do we have reference for this?
No reference. I'm not going that route, brother. I'm not doing.
Okay, so this is just how you feel then.
Just like the fact that let's face what it is. You can't be in Nollywood and you are messing with those girls and you will say, "Oh, I'm clean." So when your wife comes out and say she has treated STD multiple times, I will believe her.
No, it's not about believing. Believing her is allowed, just like believing Jesus is allowed. Believing her is allowed, right? I was saying we're on a public platform, right?
Yeah.
If people sleep with two people, right, they will catch chlamydia or something. There are people that are married to two people. There are people that are doing polyamorous or all this type we talk about, which I don't agree with.
No. MOP,
right?
Brother Ben is talking about. Brother Ben is talking about if you're messing with all those girls that mess with other people. Do you understand what I'm saying? So they're jumping all over the place, and then you go jump on them. So you're definitely getting something. That's what he's trying to say.
Okay, so we already moved the goalpost. He said two people. That's why I got stuck. But I'll let it pass.
He's an African man.
Brother,
people say 2 minutes.
Let's
Yes,
I'll let that go. Continue, brother Ben.
Brother, I know you always like to pick words, and I don't do words.
No, it's public platform. There are people that will listen just a little bit you said and run with it.
It's like when people talk, sometimes I notice that you like to pick words from what they say, not the general thing they are saying. You just want to pick. Oh, you said this. You said but. No. Don't pick. Don't do that, brother.
No, go ahead.
I'm making an example.
Point,
I'm just making an example, and I said there is no way if you are in Nollywood, you sleep with two people, three. You must carry something, because they are not.
That's another. Okay, so you're saying I should give you a pass to generalize, essentially.
I am not saying generalize. It is what I have. It's my own perception. It is what I know could have happened in my own, not everybody's own. But if you want to prove me wrong,
sorry, no, I don't have to prove you wrong. I just want to make sure I get your point right. So what you're saying,
Nollywood sleep with two people and then come back.
No. I just want to make sure I get your point right. What you are saying, no, correct it if I'm wrong, so it doesn't look like I'm repeating your word, right? Okay. Correct me if what I'm hearing you say that it is impossible for a man to be in Nollywood and be faithful.
I am not saying it is impossible. I said there is 90% chances that he cannot be faithful.
And your 90% chance is when Nigerians say 90%, but they just mean a lot of people. That's what they mean.
Exactly.
Okay,
in my own not everybody. Now my own word, hold me responsible for that. And I'm ready to defend that.
Right.
You cannot be in Nollywood, and say if you bring 100 men from Nollywood now, all of them will be excellent. They are not sleeping around. 90% of them, they are messing around. They all know the game. It's the way it's played. So now there can be some of them who love their wife. They don't want to betray their wife. But majority, even if they don't want to, these ladies they go enter them one way or the other, and something go happen. You go sleep for hotel, you go travel. And in Nigeria, you day when you do what did your wife won't do you? Now you marry her now. If she says she don't want, she pack come on, she can't take 50% of your stuff. So I'm just saying that the motivation is there for men to cheat in Nigeria. There is no consequences. Women are not protected in that regard. And I don't know, maybe I'm lying.
No, it's not a matter of lie. It's not a matter of lie.
So women are not protected in that regard, unlike United States.
So Brother Ben, if you notice, the same way I nitpick, I also give a pass. I don't like when people say someone lies. You need to listen to where that person is coming from, right? Especially if we're talking about your partner. Sometimes you have to listen to beyond what they're saying. and listen to where they are coming from. You see what I'm saying? So no, it's not a matter of lie. But go ahead. I want you to finish your point, because somebody is asking, but Ben, what is your stand? I am not understanding the point of this submission.
Oh, my stand is simple.
He's saying Ondo is far.
My stand is simple. Basically, my stand is this. Mabel cannot come out and claim innocence. Your husband probably has been cheating all along, you know. Because I saw, why I'm saying this is I've read a lot about this since the news broke, even though I'm still doing other things. And one thing everybody keep pointing out is, 20 years of marriage. 20 years of marriage, just go like that, just go like, and I'm like, excuse me, if you want stay, stay. If you don't want stay, leave on time. Save us this agony of people thinking, how could you just, a person who don't deal with you 20 years, you just do this to her. I am not defending AYO, but I'm just saying, as a woman, if
you're saying that Mabel should deal with it since she tolerated it before.
Exactly. I'm not blaming her. No, before you say, you are doing victim blaming. All I'm saying is that you can't just come out of the blue now and just say, he's cheating.
Robert, you are blaming her. Robert, you are blaming. You are blaming her. No, you are blaming her.
I'm just saying,
if you are not blaming her, you give her the pass that she's fed up and she wants to leave. You are blaming her.
I'm not giving her no pass for this one. Why would you wait 20 years? Why don't you wait it out?
There is something called grace. No. I don't agree with you, and that's the reason why I came up. I do not agree with you, sir. There's something called grace, and like we all know.
Yeah, I agree with that bunch.
I think someone said earlier, divorce is not something that you just wake up and you just do that. You think that it's easy to just do it. Sometimes you wish and hope that everything works out, and you keep giving grace. But you know what is not,
because we actually preach grace.
Right. You know what push people to the brink? An unrepented cheater. Like it does not stop. You say I'm sorry tomorrow and he repeat it. And this is the point where MOP will always say, I'm sorry sometimes is not good. Always say I'm sorry. But what does the I'm sorry mean?
Because it loses its value.
Exactly. So you cannot say that because she's taking it all along. Now she decided, okay, let's say, okay, now that I'm treated for breast cancer, somebody has breast cancer. She's been treating, and it started growing. And one day she said, I will not cut the breast. One day she woke up and said, you know what? People cut this breast off. I asked her, why are you cutting the breast now? Since you say you're keeping it and treating it, why didn't you just stay with the treatment? No, sir.
This one is different.
There is something called tiredness. Even people that used to run the race and give up halfway, when they are tired, they give up. Yes, sir. Not everybody that starts a race finish a race. And that is very okay. You can't tell somebody, you know that you can't finish the race, why did you start it? Nobody starts a race not to finish it. But things happen. If you have asthma and have asthma attack on the way, you tell them that they should wait for you to finish before you take your inhaler and do it. No, they will take you out. Because you know what? Your life is at risk. That's a risk right there. If anything happens to you, they let you keep running, anything happen to you, even then, so they will collect the organizer. So they say, you know what? This is not safe for you. We know you want to do this, but it's not safe. You need to come out. Oh, yeah, carry yourself and be coming out. Come out, collect your healer and some glucose and everything. That's what it is, sir.
So the reason why I struggle to argue with Brother Ben, the reason why I struggle to argue with him is because it's very hard for me to argue with speculations, because I give pass to speculations. I give pass to even assumptions, you know. And I give pass to because remember I give pass to it even when AY Comedy was talking. I said social media they have the right to make their own narrative. You cannot control that narrative. You can only influence it by backing off of it and let it go away, because it will go away faster if you don't engage it, if you remember, right? So because what happens on social media is that people will naturally, because it also has a tendency to go viral because of the way the algorithms work, they will naturally speculate and project from what they are familiar with in terms of this type of stories. Cheating and STD, yes, they go hand in hand. That's a fact of life. Like look at this statement that Bonchance made here is absolutely correct. The more you sleep, the more people you sleep with, the greater your chances of getting an STD. Any medical director will tell you that. That's a little bit different from saying when you sleep with two people, you will catch STD. I think more so of what we should talk about is the fear of STD, not necessarily the catching of STD. Okay? There are two people we should talk to in this respect, right? If you're a cheater, your partner will be scared shitless of STD, and you cannot judge them for that. They should be scared. And if you get caught with one cheater, that's all it takes for them to engage the fear of STD. I think that's a good point we can extract from what Brother Ben was saying. There's no guarantee that that person will just forgive you, because they might just be scared of STD for the rest of their lives. Now, the other part I will add on to what Brother Ben was saying, which he did not address, which it looks like people are looking for that from you, Brother Ben, is that
I'm here.
There is no guarantee that your breaking point will happen within 1 year. It might happen at 35 years. They have the right to leave you if that breaking point happens at 65 years of marriage. They have the right to get to that point and say it's over. And no, we can't judge them for leaving at that point in time. You have to be an adult enough to say, well, I can understand. I mean, you don't really have a choice. I can understand if this person is fearful for their life and they can't handle it anymore. We can't go in the angle of you should continue to tolerate it. You should tolerate it from the past. That's not going to fly, Brother Ben.
My brother, if I point your attention to something now, I don't want us to make it a thing, but I just wanted to point it out a little bit.
Let's talk about it.
You remember that when that weary guy came out and say why he's not the father of his son?
Right.
You remember?
Of AY, that it was Yul-Edochie. No, it was I remember
that guy now, the one that still started this.
Yes. We can talk about that now. Let's talk about it. What do you want to say about that? Yeah.
No, it's not what I want to say about that basically. But you see, all that is going on now. Making up we say waiting with they see now tip of an iceberg. Sometimes these guys that are blogging, some of them they are crazy. They will say some nasty thing and you wonder where did they get it from.
It could be
in Nigeria, word spread faster underground, especially on WhatsApp group. In fact, what spreads on WhatsApp more than we see on popular social media pages, if you know what I mean. So now, you see, AY and his wife, like I said earlier, I'm not in their marriage, but definitely these guys have been going through some shit a long time that we don't get to see.
They have. It was obvious for the last few years or so.
Marriage, when you are married to a woman for that long, she don't just wake up within 2 months and say, you know what, I'm not doing again. Just like everybody pointed out now that we have different time for breaking point, or we have different breaking points. It can be 2 years, it can be 30 years and all that. So, but from my personal experience and from what I've observed, a lot of people don't just leave their marriage within a space of 2 months. Something might be going on for too long. And that is why I said, whatever is going on, Mabel is aware of whatever her husband is doing. In fact, she's an enabler too. I'm sorry.
We're not arguing that. We're not arguing that.
Oh, Ben, why are you? But this is not.
We're not arguing. What if she wake up and say, I don't want to enable? If you say, if you're sponsoring somebody is
so okay, I've been enabling. I stop enabling today.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay, now if they stop enabling today, save us the stress of bringing the whole thing to social media.
No, you don't even have the right to. No, you don't have the right to save it. You don't have the right to save it because the public will drag it. You are a celebrity. You don't need to bring it. They will bring it for you. And he's doing that because this lover has already started taking the story out. She's throwing bit by bit in parable.
No, just
hi, Chinye. Good.
Just I've been saying something about this story for a while now. It's not just like
exactly. So see, they don't put the media will drag it. They're celebrities.
That's it.
This one.
That's a given.
But it will die away. That's why I love Basket Mouth. Basket Mouth came out and tell us, hey,
So you should,
My
Brother,
marriage
you
is
understand people are
over,
different.
and that's it.
People are different. You can't judge people by the way they want to handle stuff. Some people don't have the skills to handle it. Some people do.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So it's just skills.
Agreed.
MOP is the only one allowed to judge them. Yeah, but I bet you made some good point. The point you just made, you kind of brush over it really quickly, right? What is the chances? What are the chances? I will say it out, okay? I think this is what you were trying to say. What are the chances that that baby that they had recently belonged to another man? I don't know what the chances are. I don't care. That has nothing to do with the topic at hand. People that don't have that type of issues still end up in divorce. All children are yours. You still end up in divorce.
No, brother. All children are not yours.
No. All the children that the woman gave to you, they look like you. They're like Abiola and his children. And he's still divorced. That's the issue we're discussing here. That's the issue that majority of people are they're not dealing with paternity fraud or paternity misplacement, or the majority of people are not dealing with that. More people are dealing with divorce in a situation where they are actually both good people. They lack skills.
Yep.
So I know that the whole world will catch more crews with that kind of speculation, and they deserve every lawsuit that comes from AY for that. If they catch lawsuit for that. But what I want to extract from this, first of all, I'm sorry that AY and Mabel are going through this, because like you said, it's painful. It's like death when it happens to people.
Yep.
Right? But what can we learn from it as normal, regular people, that most of us were not going to deal with the person that you have to ask for a DNA test. Everybody is talking about DNA tests. It's going viral. Most of them don't have to deal with that. It's insecurity that's bothering your head. It's coconut head. Mm-hmm. You're not going to have to deal with that. If you want DNA test, go and do it. Don't make that our problem. What we know that you can deal with, that we can also deal with, is divorce. What can we learn from that? Two human beings doing life together, creating friction, not knowing what they're doing, and ending up in divorce. And then we have a bunch of children not knowing how to handle relationships in the future. That's the angle that the Prestige family come into these conversations. I don't judge anybody speculating. You deserve all the lawsuits you catch if you speculate, right? But that's the part that where I come in. That's where I want to incite. That's the conversation I want to incite. He says, slipped away. Slipped away? No, these things don't happen overnight. To your point, but Ben.
See, brother, Mr. La, let me quickly chip in something here. Still in line with what you are saying. Probably maybe my sisters, Chinwe, and some other sisters in the house did not really get my stand. You see, it's not like maybe I'm blaming Mabel like that. The pain in me is what is speaking out. And in fact, what she does that is making me angry now is, you are divorcing this dude. You can't even get half of what this guy acquired that you have supported him to build over the years. AY started from nothing, just like many other people.
Hello, Joyce.
How did you know she can't acquire her?
Go ahead.
She's an interior decorator for that matter. FYI.
Wait. You want to tell me that there is a court in Nigeria that will split AY's
No. I'm asking you. You said no. I'm not talking about splitting. You say how can she
okay, I'm talking about splitting. No.
She has built herself.
Achievement. It's not her own personal
But I'm trying to explain to you. Okay, but what I'm trying to say is that if she has built herself and her business and she's doing well, she don't need it.
All right. So, but I made this point earlier on. If you cheat in the abroad, your wife is running away with half, and I think that's what he's alluding to. Let me ask you, Brother Ben.
Yep.
You're not wrong that the court systems in Nigeria are not perfect, especially when there's a powerful guy involved, right? You're not wrong, but remember that Paul or Peter Okoye, one of the P Squares, okay, a couple of years ago, the wife filed for divorce, right? And I think she actually asked for some, if I remember, correct me if I'm wrong, I think she asked for some alimony, some child support. I think she got some properties, right? These people also have name in the overseas. They have a, now, are they going to get away with what women can potentially get away with from here? I don't think so. You're right in that case, right? But I don't think Mabel is going to be left homeless on the street either.
No. I'm looking at it from what they've built. You see, this is part of the issues we have as an African community generally. We somehow take sides when we were supposed to look at things broadly from the angle that this thing happens to me today, it can happen to her tomorrow. So how do we go about it so that if this happened to anybody, they're gonna get the same treatment? That's where I'm coming from. Here in America, it's almost as if everybody knows the consequences of your actions. Because I see in the comment now, people saying, "Oh, it's not about money. She's not money-minded. She's financially free. She's this, she's that." That will not address the problem.
So, but Ben, the cheating. No, to your point, right? The cheating that you're alluding to that happens in Nigeria, I think we should give it another name. People cheat everywhere. Maybe we should give the one that's happening in Nigeria another name.
It's two things now, brother.
People cheat everywhere.
Brother, it's two things now. Cheating on one side, divorce on the other side. Okay. You feel me now? And I don't know. I think I don't have the right words to describe it the way I want to describe it, and people will not take it out of context.
No, just say how you say. I will ask you questions. I'm not going to assume.
Yeah, you see, for me, I believe in fairness. What you do to A, do the same to B. I don't like.
So A to B. Are you saying what happens to AY should happen to a poor man in Nigeria? Is that what you're saying? Or what happens to AY should happen to Mabel? Which one are you saying there when you say
what
that?
I'm saying is, for instance now, Mabel is walking away, right? She's done with the marriage. And I just said, you are walking away, but you're not taking much out of this for all the years you put into this brother. What I'm trying to land there is that it is now.
So you say she should be able to get something out of it. That's what you're saying.
Yes, we should come to a point whereby Nigerian men should know that there are consequences for how you treat your woman.
Okay, I think most of us agree with that.
Yeah. There should be consequences. But you see, if you guys are going with, hey, Mabel can walk away, Mabel is okay, the weight doesn't matter. You will see another of your sister, they will do that woman the same thing tomorrow. You will still come, people will still come to social media and cry. I just don't like that hypocrisy. If we're gonna talk about it straight off, whatever happened to AY as a big boy should happen to whoever is poor. Whatever treatment that is meted to Mabel now, Mabel should deserve half of whatever AY has. That should have ring bell in his head. And then that will go to somebody who is not as rich as AY too. But we see this thing every day in Nigeria. Men treat their wives anyhow because what do you want to do? Now I go kick you out. We are here in America now, brother. We all know this. The day you say, okay, as a man, your head don't knock. You treat your wife anyhow. The day your wife then say, okay, I know they do again. Now you go come up for the house. We all know that in America. Your children are there. Or you both go remove you, come up for the house. They'll say the children and the woman should stay there till you finish everything. We all know that. But in Nigeria, the moment your wife, whether you go cheat, you come back, the woman say, this shit, you don't do me. I'm not doing again. You say you vex as a man. You just, my friend, take your...
So let me get this right, brother Ben. You're saying the solution to this Nigeria problem where women do get an unfair treatment and they can walk away, you're saying the solution is that they should stay, correct me if I'm wrong, that they should stay there and make sure they collect fairness. Is that what you're saying?
Now, I'm not saying they should stay, but I'm also saying you should stay if you are not collecting woto, if he's not beating you, if the man is not doing too much. Just hear me out, Sister Nata. I know you're gonna laugh because we're all here in abroad now.
No, it's good.
Look at it from abroad.
Please let him finish, I beg. Continue, bros.
I would say you stay and then plan yourself very well before you make your move. To just say, oh, I'm done, I'm gone. Oh, the woman will still be the one that will lose at the end of the day. Maybe we know they deceive ourselves. So far, you are in Nigerian society. The woman will still be the one that will lose at the end of the day. Now, if she come out and tell us other reasons why she's leaving, other than this cheating matter, then I will be behind her.
So this point, there's a point on the screen. Sesmoa. Is that how to pronounce that? Not to Sesmoa. Sesmoa. Did I pronounce that right? Sesmoa, right?
I think that is France or something. French.
Did I pronounce that right? Chinye will tell me if I pronounce that right.
Sesmoy.
Sesmoy.
Or Chidima Fisa.
Moi ko, moi ni.
Moi is like me.
Sesmoy. Okay, moi.
That's moi. No, moi.
Sesmoa. Okay. All right. I know I'm looking at French, but I was confused. Anyway, what's the point I was trying to make right now? If she's making a good point here, she just said no. Anyway, this is a good point. Try and apply this logic to various deal breakers. If you understand, or not understand, if we take a second to just process that there are various deal breakers, I believe that most people's deal breakers is not even cheating. Okay? I believe that most people deal breaker. There are so many other things that go on, especially at an emotional level. When you apply this logic, the logic you were given, Brother Brent, to various, about 2,000 different deal breakers out there. She said, I don't know if it's a she or he, you will see it mainly leads to the symmetry. Right? There are so many. I mean, we know about the story of what's her name, Osinachi. Let's just stay so you don't lose out. You know, I can see Joy Reality here. Joy's Reality also say emotional and mental torture is unbearable. I think we're stuck with finances there, Brother Ben. Don't you think? If it's just about finances, you'll be absolutely correct. When you consider that there are 2,000 other deal breakers, right?
See, brother,
we should lose much if we remove money from this.
If we remove money,
yeah.
I don't know her up close. I really don't know her pedigree or something. I don't think she will lose much, but I'm just, as a father of girls, I just feel like this thing will never stop until men are being held accountable and pay for these things in Nigeria. We can say whatever we want here, it's still gonna be the same. And at the end of the day, now the woman will still lose. Once you come up for husband's house in Nigeria,
we don't know if AY cheated or not. Do you know this?
You say?
Do we know that AY cheated? We're still assuming.
Okay, I agree with assuming. Maybe they assume they go.
Yeah, it's assumption. Yeah, it's assumption.
Nigerian man no go cheat.
Rumor has it. Rumor has it. Yeah. All right, that's allegedly. All right. Now, okay. So assumption. Let's just assume that that's the case, right?
Well,
I don't want to bring in your daughters. Are you saying? No, I think you said it. I think you said what you wanted to say. You're saying men should have consequences for certain behavior. That's what you're saying.
That's my point.
All right. So I do think that men have consequences. We can argue that maybe it's not enough. I think the worst thing that can happen to a man is to lose his household. Even if he was committing bad behavior, the last thing that wants to happen, at least he would like to be eating his cake and have it too. The last thing he wants to happen is that he loses his household. Right? He would like to keep it together, at least all of this rumor. You can see that AY is also engaging some of these rumors emotionally, which is why he left that statement. That was an emotional statement, right?
Ain't go explain tire.
So now, with that being said, I don't think anybody gets away with their bad behavior. I don't think so. But you're saying it has to be financial in nature. They should lose half of their properties. And then maybe they can course correct. Maybe they will reduce the cheating, right? Mm-hmm. That's what you're suggesting, correct?
Mm-hmm. You remember in a show when Auntie B was talking about is the Women Affairs Minister, and Auntie B was suggesting that it's about time we hold the government responsible so they do something to protect women in Nigeria. This thing no go stop. This thing no go stop.
What's this thing? Cheating?
Cheating,
Brabel, let me ask you.
women, no beating women, no anything, it won't stop. Yes,
Brabel, let me ask you. Between Yul and May, after May leaving you, did she win or she lost?
May?
Yes.
They have not concluded yet. The case is still in court.
I'm just asking you that's but you know what's gonna happen, right? You know she's not going back.
I think she's
My
winning.
question is, did she win or did she lose?
I can say, but so far so good. She has the support.
Oh no, wait, you can't say, but you can say the other ones. We can say this one. That ninja is losing big time.
Brola, I don't know. Maybe Sister Latu should define.
Wait, you don't know all of a sudden. You better stop now. Why you did this to me now?
No, this one is a case that is going. There's an ongoing case. If you
forget the case, we let's assume like you were assuming before.
How is May winning? No, let's be candid now. Okay, maybe. Thank God we have a lot of people here. Make the gas boats continue.
Okay.
No.
So let me explain.
Come back. Let us face it now. So be with the debate. That's why. Let us debate.
No, Brabel, wait. Okay, let me explain to you.
Tell me how.
Let me explain to you. To you.
All right.
For the longest time that we've known you, we've known May in the background. Some of us don't even know her like that. Do you understand? We just know that he has a wife and he has a beautiful family. Do you understand? So when he started doing this thing with watermelon, and then the things started blowing out, he told her he was going for work, and he went and did traditional marriage with watermelon, and the thing blew out. And Mama just withdrew out of herself and started working on herself, and started engaging herself in other business. Have you seen how many adjustments she have gotten so far? So now, if he was leaving her and going to go and do what he was doing and coming back to her, because she doesn't have that option to go out, and because this is my husband, now, you can see, go and carry her picture from Instagram from 4 years ago and put the one from now and see the difference. And I'm telling you that she's winning. Do you understand what I'm saying? So
I mean, if you're going to like your first answer, but Ben, will be what I will go with. But if we're going to speculate as you've been suggesting before, just go over what we can see on the surface. I have to say she's winning.
How do you measure the winning?
Based off of what you said in the chat earlier on, that Mabel wants to play the May card. That winning card is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, what I
Have
mean.
you heard her said anything since it started?
What I mean by Mabel want to play the May card is the silence card. You know, I don't think May is not a perfect example in this case. May intelligence is way higher than a lot of average Nigerian women.
No. But this one, we're making analysis between AY's case and May's case.
I'm trying to draw out my own points too. Okay, are you gonna say May is like the ordinary women in Nigeria that is being treated anyhow? May is educated, very intelligent woman, and besides, from what we've heard, May is actually the one who owes the money in the house. That's based on what later came out.
So she's
May
winning,
is like the pillar
in the Nigerian society.
So May case is different. Will you now compare May to a woman that the husband brought out of nothing, or maybe there is no much that she has to depend on the husband, and the husband is giving
like I said, she is an interior decorator in her own right. That house that they are living, she designed that house.
Fine. So every man
she
should
has
do
her
whatever
own.
they want.
No, Braben, your point is all over the place. You have to. No. Your point. I'm sorry, Braben. I love you so much, but your point is all over the place. You are picking here, you are picking there, you are picking there. That's not what we are saying, sir. With all due respect,
it's because
you
guys are drawing different examples into this.
No. You are the one. You don't even know what side you are on. First of all, you say, why is Mirabel leaving? Why should she leave after all these years? She can't even get half of what she gets. She will lose at the end of the day. Well, now, how do you think she's losing? What makes you think she will lose?
Tell me how she's winning.
Do you even know how much she's losing by staying?
Okay.
Do you know if leaving will give her more opportunities?
Time will tell. Time will tell. I agree. Time will tell.
I think you're making a
The
good
way you are saying
point.
this time with your
The
brother,
point.
the way you are saying it very thick. I understand.
No. She's not you. You say she's an interior decorator. She
She
get
is.
money. She did balance.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You see,
She is.
this is one aspect of divorce. I always say that people cannot predict. After your
So
This
divorce,
okay,
is see that
Braben.
angle.
So
Let me say
let me
something.
just say
Let me
right.
say something. Hold on, Natu.
Before you say a quick question, rumors has it that one of the things that broke the camel's back was after this house got burnt and they were staying somewhere like managing, and she was holding the house together while they were trying to do the renovation, and she was helping out too. And then he was still going back to his old ways, and that's why she's like, peace out. You get it now?
Wait, why the house was got burnt down? What happened? I missed that.
When the house got burned down, so she was trying to hold down one side. He was trying to hold down one side. They're trying to patch things together. Do you understand? To get the house back together again. But he was still going back to his old ways, and that was where she said, peace out.
Oh, rumors. I'm sure, like I said, sleepaway is absolutely inaccurate. That one I cannot speculate on. It's not sleepaway. This doesn't happen overnight. It's something it's probably more so abruptly. He probably felt more like the two extreme here is she's been obviously sleeping over a longer period of time that he realizes, but she probably made a decision one day and said it's over, it's a wrap, and then he probably got the shock of his life. But the key word in all of this is probably, okay. But I think it's somebody said men need to have a monthly convention to check themselves and make sure that they don't jeopardize their family harmony. I think that's a big part of the conversation, and what Brother Ben is also saying is the strategies that Brother Ben is bringing to mitigate that I'm disagreeing with. The main point that he's making is that men should have consequences for the way they treat women. The strategies, how we go around it, I don't agree with it, because the government can only so much come into family matters. That's why they belong in civil court. In fact, they call it special parts civil court. When you go to most county houses, they call it special parts, meaning they can't come into. It's not just about money. It's going to take longer. Families are going to get dragged in the mud. Children are going to get dragged in the mud. The government does not have emotional connections. They will charge you money to help you, but they will try to mediate. They will force mediation sometimes, because they understand that this is the cornerstone of our society, the family structure, and they want to encourage keeping it together. But there's only so much that can help it if at least one of the individuals does not want to be a part of it, right? So the idea that is you didn't say that, Brother Ben. It's almost like we should throw men in jail if they cheat.
No, not throw in jail. I'm just saying men should be held accountable in Nigeria.
So let me ask you straight up how. Let me ask you straight up how.
How they should be held accountable? Through the laws, and you promote the law, you make everybody aware of it, and then you set a couple of examples. You see, that's the problem in our Nigerian society. The laws are there, but nobody is going to jail. Nobody is paying for nothing. The law chooses who they want to punish and who they want to set free, and it shouldn't be like that. I don't know if you get my point now. So this one now.
So wait. Chindima said something earlier on. She gave the example of the Jamaic. They also live in that society. Of the Banky W. We're talking about what we can see on the surface, right? They also live in that same society. Of the who's the other person that she gave the example? Even Basketball, we put Basketball in there. Like the speculation that Basketball cheated, but we're talking about how he handled himself in public, right? Even with the way he handled AY when they had a disagreement in public, right? We have that. There's another example that Chidima gave, but then she went to the flip side and she gave the example of Emeka Ike. She gave the example of Yul-Edochie. Of course, this guy has joined the gang now, unless he saves himself quickly, because we're giving some straight up examples right now. And then there's one more person, Bolanle Ninolowo. You know,
Yes.
this idea of trying to control social media narrative, they work. That's what we're making there. None of that involves the government or the divorce court or throwing or giving men explicit repercussion or consequences for losing their family. None of that involved it. What it involves for the most part is their level of emotional intelligence. None of it involves them being perfect. A man who is walking a straight line will never cheat. None of it. I mean, till today, we don't know if Banky W actually did something with some light-skinned lady somewhere. Right? We go speculate forever, right? And I'll put it to you like this. Most women, their breaking point is not cheating. How do I know? Because they usually don't leave once a cheating happens. It happens long, they tolerate it long, but it's usually accompanied with things like what Mabel said: emotional abuse, emotional what's the word that she used, torture, things that are beyond the physical, tangible legalities of things. We're talking about family, Brother Ben. Family, the family structure. The government can only come into it too far. Like you said, powerful men, we get away. Hold on now, Brother Ben.
Yeah, powerful men. It sounds as if you are defending the government for their failures.
No, the same thing is true here. Men are crying loud here for the same issues. They think men, he said something in his statement, that women are going to play victim and win all the time. My brothers, you cannot win engaging that conversations from that standpoint. The only way to win is to have to come from a standpoint of emotional intelligence. It's not about being perfect. It's about, does your woman feel safe and secure regardless of how imperfect you are? Of course, that can translate to you don't want to cheat on her, right? That can translate to that ultimately, right? But what I'm saying is that if you're not a cheater and she doesn't feel safe and secure around you, she will still dump you, Nigeria or not. Because she can't trust you anyway. She can't trust your masculinity. She can't trust that you're a man of your words. She can't trust your consistency. Now, of course, that shows in your behavior too, in terms of your faithfulness. But not just in faithfulness from a Kweku standpoint, I mean, you are sleeping with people with STDs. In other aspects of life, I want you to pay attention to the core part of you that creates a behavior that will make your wife want to be around for a long term. If you look, some people are practicing this very well. I believe you're one of them, but Ben, practicing this very well. It's not about you walking a straight line that you're perfect, but there's something about you that makes your wife feel safe and secure around you. That's what it comes down to, So I don't think that's going to help. I think that's what's going to make a bunch of Nigerian men start crying wolf and say, instead of them saying when you jackpot they dump you, they will find another thing to blame. Once the government start entering the matter like this, you understand what I'm saying? These are family matters, right? I think the laws are there in Nigeria. Of course, it's not enforced. Of course, it's not fair, right? But if my brothers are listening to me right now, right? Just that statement that Makun just made, Ayo Makun just made, will make a woman dump you. Just the statement by itself is condescending, is laced with all type of stray bullets left and right at the woman. He didn't start that today, Brother Ben. He didn't start that today. He might have his own little slow way that it comes from backside and he just hit her. Maybe this way, manipulating her to submit. If you look at this picture, she seems so young. This is why some women will come up with the formula that don't marry young, and that's not the solution to the problem either. Look at her in this picture. She looks like she's 22 or 23 or something.
I don't think AY manipulated her. No, honestly, I don't think there is issue of manipulation here. I think there are just two people who found each other and fell in love for the longest. So I don't think he manipulated her. No, just based on this, when they got married, though, that's what I'm saying.
Well, he manipulated into marrying him.
Let me ask you a question.
Marrying her young, then he started manipulating. I don't think that's the case.
Let me ask you a question first, Ben.
fame came, money came, and wahala just happened. I be with you.
Let me ask you a question first. Yeah. Do you think manipulation is a crime?
I don't think so.
So what's wrong with manipulation? Sometimes people manipulate when they don't know they're doing that. Are you aware of that?
Of course, it's possible.
Manipulation is not always intentional. It's not you being a bad person wanting to hurt the other person.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just want to get your point across, but you're not patient enough to do it from a place of skills. Rightfully so. Maybe you feel like the other person always get their upper hand. You feel like they always win. They're always playing the victim. So what? You create a story around that, aka manipulation, just to justify yourself. See, when you see it as a crime, or you see it as it's intentionally trying to hurt you, then you defend it. But defending it doesn't stop it. I mean, look at the, go and, if you, anybody who is listening to this confused about this, go and read my analysis, go and listen to my analysis of what he said. It's there. Yes, influence, seduction can be seen as manipulation. If the person cannot perceive the value in it for them, if they don't see the value that you're bringing to the table, it's precisely manipulation.
Well, brother, Chidima don't come.
Your police, she'll check you. She'll remind you that Ondo is far.
My party. Well, basically, I'm just saying, all I'm saying is that it pains me that 20 years marriage is coming to an end. And just like Sister Natu was saying, she really don't get where I'm coming from. So I just wanted to like put my...
Me, I get you, Brother Ben.
This way, yeah.
Me, you know why I love you, Brother Ben? Me, I get you. Me, I get you, okay? I get you completely. You like I told you the last time, you bring this perspective where most people struggle from, which is I am a good person. You knew what you subscribe to, like, you know, a lot of the common sense stuff that we were all raised with, right? That we believe should be just good enough. But there's so many people in the divorce court, so clearly that's not working. It's not enough, you know. So we need to start digging deeper into why we might not mean it, but how are we hurting our partners? We don't mean to, but we are hurting our partners. One thing we can all agree to is that hurt people, right?
Yep.
So it is sad. It's a sad situation that they're going through, you know, and I wish them the best. But I think we need to tackle it when it comes live, because you know, the ones that are speculating about maybe that's not his baby, maybe that guy had some truth to his stuff, they will win, and we will not learn anything out of that. We will just go back to our relation and be looking for a person who cheated on us with paternity fraud, and that may not be your case. You know, if things might have happened, he might just be celebrating the baby and say, hey, I'm bringing my family together. He might have tried that, but maybe they don't have enough of them to sustain, because he's saying something there that everybody is not innocent. It could be because this woman sees kwekus from me for 6 months. Right? It could be like she's always talked me down and shut me down. I'm even afraid to talk to her. So now I take care of myself, because I tell women here all the time, if your man has a steady affair with one person for 5 years, that is not a side chick. That person is taking care of an emotional need of that man.
That's right.
If it's just a serial, he's jumping from one girl to one girl every club, you can call him a cheater and settle yourself and say, and at least you want to let go of him, right? Because like Brother Ben said, you catch disease. But he's sleeping with that one lady, that he even threw the condom away, because they sleep with the same person all the time. Because that's what happens when you are sleeping with the same person all the time. You forget about a condom. You get comfortable.
Bro, like, can I say something here?
Yes.
One sister has issue with a man one time, and she was looking for a way out. And the problem has to do with cheating. And just like you rightly said now, the man was cheating with just one particular woman. The cheating partner has two children. And he was cheating with just one person.
With that one person. That's a Shadi Okoya right there. That's the second wife.
So when she was ranting about it and like, hey, he's sleeping around. We have to bring her back and say, sister, your husband is not sleeping around though.
He has another wife entirely.
Guy man talk say yes, he did it, he cheated, and this is who he's cheating with, and they've been on it for the past 4 years, and you get to find out just about a year ago. So I just wanted to say that to support what you are saying now. If a man is cheating with one woman, I think the wife get problem more than when he's even sleeping around.
Because he's gone. It's long gone, and by the time you say you don't want to do anymore, you know, if I were to speculate on you, that sound like what's going on, you know, with you. Look like he had a second wife all along, and you know, and he just came out and said, let me put it together and make it 2 wives, and he missed like, nah, bro, you've been gone long enough. Let's just call it a day, you know.
That's not gonna work.
Yeah. Says Moa says, I also think we should be mindful of how we may advertently dismiss the value of someone's life just because they may not have a wealthy background. Poor women deserve dignity. We agree on that 100%. Right. That one as second wife now. That's second wife. And a lot of people are dealing with second wives. Yes, now not too. Yeah.
You know what Braben said, that it's hurting to see something like after 20 years going down the drain. I think what usually happens in situations like this is that couples get comfortable and stop working. You understand? And they feel like the other person is not going anywhere. So when the other person now makes a move, you act all surprised. I can't believe this woman is leaving. You understand what I'm saying? Because she just had a baby not too long. The baby is just a year old or something like that.
Yeah.
So you'll be thinking, where will she go and leave the baby with? She can't go and leave the child with. And that's happened because, let me give you an example. We had a car, and the car, when it gets to a certain mileage, you're supposed to change the oil. So I was banking on that. But what the mechanic told me later was that even if you didn't get to that number, you were supposed to still go change the oil after a couple of months.
Yeah.
So because I was always working from home and I didn't have to, I was looking at the numbers on the miles. And when I didn't do that oil change, what happened? The car got knocked. And that's what happened.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So if you don't change that oil in your marriage as frequent as you should, as you should change, as you're changing your car oil, that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna knock.
Yep. Things that happen.
And then maybe replacing the engine might cost you, and you will not be able to do it safe.
Yeah.
You know those kind of cars, the mechanic would say that instead of changing the engine, you just go and buy a new car. That's how it used to be sometimes.
Yeah.
So, well, yeah. I'm just going through what you read on the AY post now.
Right.
And I think AY already said too much, to be honest.
He said a lot, right?
Yeah, AY said a lot, and I can see the pains where he's coming from. This guy don't go shook his hand for waiting, not supposed to shook hand. Yeah, I'm just reading through. I know your time has fast spent.
No, you're good. I do have a coaching session coming up momentarily, but you're still good. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I read through it now. I see him saying people won't hear the truth in a world where women play victim. I disagree with that. Women don't play victim when they've been with you for 20 years. You should stop the cap. That one is nonsense.
Wait, let me play for you. Let me play for you. Yeah. But I bet so when they stop the cap. I love it.
Stop the cap.
Yes, so
women don't play victim. 20 years,
you have the reality of your life in front of you. You're saying people play victim.
And I think what happened in this case, we're not there, but for those of us, we know how Ashewo runs they do for, male Ashewo runs, so how they run for Nigeria. AY don't go shook where you know supposed to shook. You don't go clap the wrong butt. That's just, and he's confessing openly here now. There is so much confession in what he's saying here. So I think the wife has really endured a lot, because this one a confession now.
If he doesn't shut up, more will come out. If he doesn't shut up, more will come out.
I'm just saying, dragged. You know, you know, one of the things we joke about when we are in men hangout, when it comes to cheating and stuff like that. One basic principle is My sister's man no come for me, because this one I meant talk. One basic principle is this: when it comes to men are cheating, and we talk this in men hangout. If you want to cheat, maybe you are eating one fried rice all the time. You can't feel say,
I need some jollof.
I need jollof. So what we do tell guys is, eat that jollof once. If the jollof sweet and the restaurant,
you will go back there.
Available. You eat the second time, you are already calling for trouble.
That's you will eat the second time.
Don't eat the second time. Now where the wahala they did with that?
What the batini?
Now my advice, what do you mean they tell guys where we hang out, we say, if you want chop, say you have to chop. The temptation did there so strong. Run far away.
If you know you will come back in the future and say women are playing victim, don't chop at all.
Abi.
Don't chop at all.
Abi. But if you have to chop, run far away and make sure, I'm sorry to say, I know.
Far away, are you going to the mass? It will call you, will haunt you. What far away? Where Daddy Free is doing late night and people are still talking in the America. There's no far away anymore unless you go to the mass and there's no access to the internet. What far away are you talking about?
You get the way you go bury something, we stay buried.
Good luck. It's just not guaranteed. Even what is it, vasectomy? That way you seize the thing so that it's not guaranteed. You can still have a baby. Vasectomy.
Oh God.
MOP, should I give you one quick story before we go?
Oh yeah, tell us.
That had that impregnated 2 girls separately, and there was a third one. So the third one, he was thinking that she was a local girl. So this girl now went to look for somebody that is his Facebook friend, and now posted through the person's page. She said, "Oh, I had a baby girl. Myself and the baby are doing well." Or you're reading between that comment. He said, let's just say, she said, "This is Natu. I'm using MOP's things now. So this is Natu. I had a baby girl. And myself and the baby girl are doing well." That was what she left for him. Exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
Sister Chidima, you want to open can of worms. Bro, a lot of time, don't go. No, try this way you want to try, Sister Chidima.
We try not to do Baba Shop. But I think we do small every now and then. So this is the first time. The first time it's not a problem. But I bet kilo day. Which one is if you have to? So do women also have to chop outside? Rabben, over to you.
Yes, that's why I said
we can chop outside.
Kind of warm. Now let me explain.
Shall I? Wait, Rabben.
Let me explain.
Wait. Explain. Because no evidence. Oh yeah, continue, continue.
See, that's why people see me as controversial at times, and I'm not. I'm just this crazy old school black and white kind of guy. If the same thing happened to women, let's say your man is not paying attention to you, they neglect you, you need that the guy know the show, he's running around, they do away or he travels a lot, he's not, and you have to do it. A lot of women do them. I don't be say I know of, but women they do them too. If you have to do it, the same principle applies to you.
Just eat them once.
Far away and eat once.
Okay.
Do it.
I'm triggered. Now I'm triggered.
Far away and eat once. No, brother. No even advice. This one is street talk, brother. This one is street talk.
I'm triggered. Now you go advise women do them once. I'm triggered. When a woman does it once, she's long gone.
God, I beg.
Okay. Look. You see, people don't want to accept reality. There was this discussion one time we had about these guys that have wife in Nigeria and they are here abroad. People don't like the truth, and I know they like to be part of conversation where we say you go lie because you don't want to tell people the truth.
That's what you just said is the same thing that AY said when he said some of us are logical. What you are saying is that you tell the truth, the rest of us just want to lie.
No, not you, brother.
Not me. I said the rest of us. Remember, he said many other people too, right? He also said many other people too. He didn't say Mabel.
So This guy, you are married, your wife is in Nigeria. You've been here 3 years already. And you get girlfriend, you get everything constantly. Now, you now have issue with your wife in Nigeria. You say when you are there on the phone, you are hearing a sound in the background. And you are losing your the guy, they lose his shit, they para your shit. You know it's YouTube. I know
no, you can do that here.
People are kind of talking to him that calm down now, calm down. And he's still jumping up and down. When the thing tire me, I just tell her, I say, guy, if you hear something for background, don't call. You've been here 3 years. But then a firewood.
Then it will conclude that he shouldn't bring his then will conclude that he shouldn't bring his wife abroad.
Yeah, so I'm like, which one you they cast her up and down? Even people when don't even know your wife now, you don't talk up and down. Why don't you just shut the F up and bury it? Who you see, they hear something like that.
Anything, you can only bury anything that involves life and death for so long. That's a fact. Anything, and when you are having sex, that's a matter of life and death. You can only bury it for so long.
Exactly. So you were like,
you said exactly.
When I go to Nigeria, she must tell me that person. And then I said, guy, go and sit down. In fact,
I said, Brother Ben said exactly. I'm confused.
He said exactly. Brother Ben, did you listen to me? He said, anything that involves life and death can only be buried for so long. When you are having sex, that's a matter of life and death. You can only bury it for so long.
And then
it will catch up.
So, may they not have them?
No, having within controlled environment, they call it marriage in some places, or at least a relationship. And if you want to do polyamorous, just tell yourself the truth, it's polyamorous, right? Which usually is a lie. But I'm just saying, right? If you're going to participate in sex, right? The way we are talking about this, just taste them once. That jollof.
Yeah, now. And when you taste
it's like Niger jollof. You can't bury Niger. Niger jollof is undefeated. You can say that about Ghana jollof, but Niger jollof is undefeated.
Brola, I don't know if you saw this other side of AY's post.
Which one?
I think the last paragraph, and this one is really touching. Anyway, I feel sorry for this guy. He said, "It is one thing to watch my friendship/marriage of 20 years slip off my hand. You see that friendship? I'm not concerned about the marriage now. For this one, where I want to talk.
Right.
You see that friendship? That is one thing he will never get back. To be honest."
I disagree. I think you can get the friendship. If it's real friendship, I think the friendship will always be there. The question is if he knows how to leverage it to keep his home together. He probably doesn't.
No, but brother, I disagree because you see, when you are married to a woman and that woman becomes your friend, the level of that friendship is different too.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe one day you're gonna do a lecture on this one because I have seen that a lot of men that lost their marriage is because some of them don't realize the power of being a friend to your wife. Marriage is one thing. Being your wife's friend is another thing entirely.
Okay, I don't disagree with that. But you're saying if you can get it back.
You see, he can only become friend, but he's not gonna. It will never be that friend. The friendship.
I'm so glad that you said this because this is gonna be the tip for my brothers that fell and they're looking for a way to get back up. Okay. This is gonna be a massive tip for them. I'm so glad that you said this. This is crazy. See, when you just wait long enough, you never know where the angle is going to come from that somebody can take away from this. Okay. The friend, because there is no paper certificate around it, it's not going to die. It's going to feel like it dies when you feel like you lost your marriage. That's because you're putting that marriage on the pedestal again instead of making that marriage the holy grail. Making that friendship the holy grail that it is. Okay? What you can do is know that that friendship will never die. Okay? And just take the time that you need. She needs space, you need 10 times the space. Let her go. Leverage the friendship. The friendship is one thing that they tend to look back on with rose gold color lens. They will miss it. The human emotions will kick in. If it's safe enough, if it feels safe enough at any point in time, where it's not going to feel safe if you keep saying that she's playing the victim. If it feels safe enough, she will just wake up 3 years in, she will find out she's back in that situation. But most people are not patient enough for this. The friendship cannot die. It will feel like it's dying. You will overreact to it and jump on the internet and try to, what did D-Law say earlier on? She said something like something that he was playing to play 101 with the wife. He's trying to do that right now. Like, oh, you innocent, me too, I'm innocent. You're just as guilty. He's trying to do that right now. That's going to backfire. Yeah. If he knows what I'm saying right now, the secret of what I'm saying right now, that friendship is not dying. It will feel like it's dying right now because obviously there's disappointment, there's resentment, right? Let it go for now. If that friendship was ever real, it's not going to die. They will always reflect on those good times. Leverage it, let it be, let that marriage go, and let the marriage do it, let the friendship do its magic. The friendship will only die if you kill it with this manipulative tactics.
Let me make me understand this one, though.
Yes.
No verse. I won't put number so that number will make me understand.
Sure.
So, if a woman give her husband 100% friendship in a marriage, meaning they do everything absolutely together, transparency, support, everything just like the best friends so far. Right. And this man cheated on this woman, and then the woman now left the marriage. So, are you saying after they've both healed everything, the woman will still give the husband 100% of that friendship back when they are no longer married, when she's now attached to another man? That's and the husband is also attached to another woman? Are you saying the woman will still return that 100%? And thank God our sisters are here. They can also come in and let us know. Do you think a woman will give a man 100% friendship back?
That's a good question. First of all, she will have to be giving the friendship in the first place. She wasn't giving the friendship. It was just safe and secure enough for her to grow friendship with you. She did not intentionally, deliberately give you friendship. That's not a thing. That doesn't exist. When a person grows friendship with you, it's just a natural order of thing when they feel safe and secure. The one thing you can work on is learning how to make them feel safe and secure over a period of time. Now, if you have betrayed, if there's betrayal, it is extremely difficult, right, to make her feel safe and secure. You have to do 10 times or more of the work to make her feel safe and secure, because that experience will keep reflecting on her heart, right? So she will have to grow to trust you again. Most people, instead of waiting that out, which is very difficult, I might add, instead of waiting that out, at some point they will start to feel like this is unfair. You two, you're not innocent now. You remember he put innocent in high capital letter to the public. Multiply that by 22 million followers, monitoring spirits, right? All of that will weigh on her. Of course, it's going to be difficult for her to reflect on the friendship. But the friendship you had with this person will not die. The marriage is paperwork. The friendship cannot die. There's a lot of emotions that goes into that, right? It cannot die unless you kill it with all that, let me shalaye until I'm tired. Yes, you can destroy it. You see what I'm saying? But it's something that's always there, that if you just have the right coach, you can leverage it to even build a better relationship, even a better friendship. Okay, so of course you're gonna have people say I cannot, because they're thinking of it as something they did deliberately. It wasn't intentional. When you had friendship with that person, you felt safe and secure enough. All you need is a person to make you feel safe and secure enough again. You will not wake up and say, okay, I'm ready to give you friendship back. That's not how it works. It just grows on you. Before you know, you just wake up, you fell on bola, you fell into a kwekus, and it's happening again. That's if you're going to be intentional. This is what I mean by make sure you're intentional from a place of emotional intelligence. You understand the underlying emotions of these things, and then you can claim to be emotional. outside of that, the idea that I'm just deliberately waking up, I fell in love with my wife, it doesn't exist. I woke up every day. I just woke up. I chose to some extent, yes. But for the most part, that person make you feel safe and secure. Man, she makes you feel validated. You won't know when you give her access to your account if she's good at that. You see what I'm saying? So back to your friendship. Friendship is something that happened from a place of emotions. You grew to become friends with that person. You call it friend, and you're not acting like it was intentional. No, it wasn't exactly intentional like that. A person might have been intentional with making you feel safe and secure, right? But if you lose that, then the friendship kind of dissipates. But the experience of friendship you have with that person really never dies. It stays somewhere at the back of their mind. If you know how to provoke it back again by kind of calm your ass down. Stop doing shalaye on the internet. Innocence, capital letter. You too, you are innocent. That's cap. First of all, we know that's a lie. And number two, you're going to rub her off the wrong way. Now you're calling her a liar. Of course, the friendship will continue to go to the background. It never dies, though. That person will remember the good times they have with you for the rest of their life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I take it like you said it. Let it go like that.
No, process it. Don't take it, though. Process it, though.
No, I would rather say it's better not to lose the friendship in the first place.
Of course.
Me, that's just what I would just say. It's better not to lose a woman's friendship. Of course. Because I've talked to a lot of couples who are 30, 45 years in marriage. We have one, the oldest here in Austin. They've been married for 45 years. A professor and his wife. And we have a lot of 25, 30 years old couples here. And one of the things they tell me mostly when I ask them how I think they do themselves is that friendship.
The friendship.
When you see them, you can tell that these are friends, even though they are husband and wife. And when I see women who love their husbands so much and they both understood each other to the point that they are now like brother, sister, friend, they now play.
But see finish enter. It comes with the friendship, right? The see finish comes with the friendship. That's the other downside that people resent.
It's better for people not to even lose it at all. Now, bro,
let me say this real quick before you go on to the next point, right? When you gain friendship, you grow friendship with a person that has never betrayed you before.
Yes.
You don't know that person. Of course, it's easy to build friendship. You don't know that person. When you finally know them,
what happened when you know them?
When you now know them, right? You know them because they are just being human, right? And they committed maybe even the ultimate. They betrayed you, right?
Yeah.
Now they seemingly destroy the friendship. Okay, it's gonna take them much more to build that friendship because there's presence of betrayal. It's almost impossible. I think that's the point you guys are trying to make. To build that trust and friendship back again, because most people will just be stuck in shalaye.
Yeah, for me, that's why I said it's better not to lose it, because I look at things from my personal angle. When I like someone, you can tell I like you. No matter what you did to me, we can fight, we can quarrel, you can call me out, you can do anything. I will bounce it up, and the next thing we are laughing, we are playing. But the moment you betrayed my trust, and I'm like, you know what? You don't pass boundary.
So let's say I was the one that betrayed your trust, right?
It depends.
Not me. Let me say somebody else, right? Let me just say some coyote somewhere betrayed your trust, right?
You're not getting that friendship back. You will get salutation.
Wait now. Maybe I'm not talking to you. Let me talk to Coyote for a second. I beg. Okay. But I been rest. Let me talk to Coyote. But Ben said, I will never. Not only Brother Ben, Bon Chan say, I will never. Once he dies, he dies. Somebody even says more say, friendship, even in no romantic situation, can crumble when there is betrayal. Crumble is fall. We fall down, but we get up. Right? That's crumble, right? It depends on what happened. Sure. Absolutely. Right? Now, let's talk. Allow me, everybody rest for a second. Let me talk to Cardi. Cardi, you want that relationship back? You want that relationship back? You're ready? It's going to be difficult, as you can see. Okay, they told you it's impossible. They're all liars, by the way. All of them. Lie. Lie.
Abba, is lie. Sabi lie.
All right. They're all liars. Okay. They don't know they're lying. It's not intentional. Okay.
Yeah.
First of all, you let go of that relationship as it was before. Okay, Kayode? You let go of it. Gotta let it go. You walk away. And when you walk away, you have to mean it. Meaning, you understand you cannot manipulate this person with me too, I'm innocent, back into that relationship. It's not going to work. It will make matters work. Okay. You have to let that relationship rest.
Let be poor. Breathe.
You have to let it go. Okay. That's the only way you're going to come close to any chances that you can revive that friendship. But it's happened before. Redemption happens all the time. Okay. Of course, when it happens, the last thing they want to do is come and announce it to you. They want to protect it because now they value it more so than ever before. Right? Because they know how painful it feels to lose that friendship in the first place. But the idea that it's impossible, that you can't get that friendship back, yeah, that's cap. Okay, it's very possible. But yes, almost impossible. Because you cannot manipulate them back, and sometimes your coconut head is very hard to kill it. Because you start to feel like it's unfair. They should forgive you too. You feel like you deserve forgiveness. And that's not how that works. Okay, I'm done talking to Kayode. Now you can come back, Brother Ben. And let's round it up. I think this was a good conversation. Let's see. Nata says, my seal that I was close with saying a screenshot of our chat. My sister-in-law that was close to send a screenshot of our chat to my husband. In her defense, she's advocating for me. I just stopped talking to her. I no get energy. Yeah, of course. The betrayal is real. I think that's what you guys are talking about. And if it happens, there's no guarantee. You have to let it go first. And most people will not let it go. And you can see that in this example with even A.Y. Makun. It's very difficult to let it go. Okay? Because this statement he just made today has created more damages, sadly, even if he was trying to come from a good place of good intentions, right? And you know what I say all the time about good intentions, right? Yeah. All right. So I don't know, there's a lot in this. I would implore you, this session right here, we're done 3 hours and 14 minutes, about 15 minutes I guess. I'm going to round up right now, but Ben, give me your last word, sir. I was calling you earlier.
Oh, sorry, I was going to look for my charger. Basically my last word would be that may God restore AY and his wife marriage, if that is possible.
Amen.
So, but as for the lessons here, there is so much to the message AY put out there. The more I look at it, the more I see stuff out of it. And I know your time has far gone, but when AY said no one is completely innocent to throw stones, that means he admitted he put his hand in what he's not supposed to do. That one I cheated. So when you say no one is completely
he's admitting to it.
He's admitting and he's saying that the wife cheated too. Let's just call it what it is.
Right. He's now saying the wife. Well, he's saying she did something too. It could be he didn't get sex for years. It could be anything.
Whatever it is,
the worst case is that she cheated too.
So, and I just want us to take this away from this. You see, in marriage, cheating is not a cool thing. I know nobody is above temptation, but I think we should try, especially we as men, we should try to pray about this. There's going to be temptation every day, anywhere you are. But always remember that 30 minutes, 1 hour, even sometimes now only 15 minutes or 20 minutes enjoyment. It can cost you what you have built for many years. It can just go away.
You can lose everything.
No?
You can lose everything.
For men, when you cheat, always ask yourself that if I find out someone else is sleeping with my wife, how would I feel? I think if every man put that in their heart, if they always play it in their head, like, if I found out my wife is cheating, how will I feel? I think that will kind of trigger some reasoning in them to know that I'm not supposed to go this route. So please, especially if you have built something with somebody, a woman, a man, for the longest,
right,
you are gonna have issue. Sexually, you're gonna have issue. I know we don't like admitting it, but I'll still say it. There is at times when you've been with one person for the longest, you will get to certain point that romantically you are just disconnected and nothing
it's just
is
dead. It's roommates. Everybody's doing roommates.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
You are not cheating, you are not running around, but you are not just moved as a man. Now we worst past self. I don't know, it might be happening for women too. I only know that for women, sometimes, like somebody told me, one of my close nursing sister told me that at times there are certain weeks that women don't even want to be touched. I don't know, I'm not a woman, but I'm just saying. But for men,
but that's true now.
I can tell this from a man's perspective. Sometimes we, if we have been with a woman for so long, 5 years, 10 years, you're gonna have all those women in between that you did not just stay there. You are not just hungry, like, you know.
Right.
And that is
the attraction is dead. That's when they say people fall out of love. It happens.
I don't even think they fall out of love. It's just that the fire not just there. Everything is fine. When they play, when they rapport, the whole thing day.
So how do you describe it?
Not just there. Eh?
You call it fire? You prefer to call it fire?
Yeah, I just think, like, you know, normally
let's call it fire. They fell out of fire.
You are an expert.
Let's call it they fell out of fire. No, I'm just curious. You know how everybody describes things is different from people to people, you know.
So when that is the case, just talk to your partner. Oh, I can see. You see my police.
You're on the hot seat. You're on the hot seat.
I love this sister. She not gonna let me talk. Make I run the way. She must hold my truth.
The hot seat.
So basically, as men, I'm just gonna speak to men. You know, I'm not a woman. Basically, if you are married to your partner for a long time, you guys have done everything and not do style, everything, and that moment comes. Sometimes it lasts like 2 weeks. Sometimes it can go like 2-3 months. It's not as if you are not having sex, but the sex you are having is more or less like
a chore, like responsibility.
Oh, bro, like, why you can't carry face before you know this thing? You don't want to admit it, bro. Like, you carry face, bro.
I hate responsibility sex. I like you to be all in it.
But let's be honest, bro. Like, we have to say it.
I can manage it, but I hate it.
These are the things that are creating problem in marriages. Some men don't know how to handle this, and I'm telling you, I've been in this game for long, even though I never reached that level. You will get to that point. Sometimes it could be a project, sometimes it could be work stress, sometimes it could be people messing with you, and the whole thing will just crash your system. And you know, as a man, you are not having issue with your wife. Your wife is always as messy as usual, but you are just in a place that the last thing on your mind is kerewa. You just know. But what you can do at that point is to talk to your partner. Just talk to your partner and be honest with it. Just tell her, babe, this period.
Babe, you are seizing these kwekus from me. Why are you doing like this now? Is that how you go about it?
I'm talking for man. No, I don't know how.
No. I'm talking for man now. You just say, babe, why they do like this now? These kwekus, now we own them together. The Bible says, thou shalt not punish each other with the kwekus.
No, see, bro, it's not punishment. I don't know if you get what I'm saying here.
No, I get what you're saying.
If you guys are not having intimacy day, but you will be man.
You know, feel
say you are just like, let me just do it because I know she need it. But deep down, your mind is somewhere else.
You know, Yoruba people say ẹni tó ní fìlà ò lórí.
Anything.
But Aben, Yoruba people say ẹni tó ní fìlà ò lórí, ẹni tó ní fìlà lórí, ẹni tó lórí ò ní fìlà. Right? What that means is that most men will say, you have the problem that your woman wants it, and you that just feel kind of like they wish they have your problem, right? that they will jump at it. You are saying sometimes, so I know they feel but she needs it. That's such a blessing for you.
See, people just need to know. Now the conversation where people know they talk about it is, I'm telling you, brother, every woman should also know this now if you are watching this. Your man will get tired. He is not cheating. He loves you. You are still the best in his life. But it could be project, it could be works, it could be anything.
Just start from work.
This man see you every day, on a day and night. Sometimes he's just not there.
Let's address this comment together, brother.
No.
Let's address this together. Sesmo say, I have an ex that had the nerve to ask us to remain friends. He thinks I'm a shoulder to lean on, but his life has fallen apart and his problems just make me laugh on the inside. Petty. Speak to this, brother. This is an interesting one. I love that.
Good. This is the point I was trying to make earlier, that when you form, as a man, or I don't know for woman, but when you form this friendship with your wife, and I'll make myself an example to drive my point home. Me, right now, my best friend is my wife. And I say this all the time. My wife is stubborn, like better stubborn. But we've built this friendship that we talk at a level whereby our discussion at times is not even about marriage. We talk on so many things. We crack jokes. We do a whole lot of things. What you do with like your regular friend. Now, she's still my wife.
We're missing 20 likes, so hit the like button. Thank you.
You feel me, brother?
Yeah.
She's my wife, right? Now, we are having issue all the time. Sometimes we have our issue, fire for fire. You can even tell from my character that boy, problem. Certainly. But do you know one thing I'm so scared to lose the most is friendship. That is what this sister is saying here. This says more. And that's what I was trying to say earlier, that a lot of men, once you build that friendship connection with your wife, hey, you are not getting it back when you fuck up. You will get wife, or you will get woman who go hard.
It will be hard.
Go worship you. But you see, before a woman loves you to that point that she can throw jabs at you, una feel laugh over literally everything. Even some silly things, una go laugh over them. I don't know if you get what I'm saying, brother.
I get what you're saying. Let me address it.
Please, that man that is looking for this sister's friendship back, no give him or make him suffer, waiting him lose. Shebi, when you back him up, when you are supporting him, giving him everything.
Call him by name. His name is Kayode. Go ahead, continue. His name is Kayode. That man.
Kayode, that chance back. When you were there, being his friend, besides you being his wife, being his friend, being the person he can chat with, talk to, you bring smile to his face, he devalue it. Now when you are no longer there, he's now looking shoulder to cry on call. Don't worry down, my sister.
These your sisters are dragging you. They say it's not sesmo, it's sesmo. Let me address this point, brother Ben. I like where you're coming from, but remember, I'm talking to Kayode, okay? Sesmo, so you did exactly what you're supposed to do as a normal human being. An ex having a nerve to come to you, remain friends. So Yahweh, I will collect me. Kilo me by remain friends. Of course, it's no more possible.
Sorry.
Kayode, come closer. That was for you. Kayode, you never ever ask your ex that you want back to remain friends with you. They will run further away from you. That's precisely what they don't want. And you are trying to give that person what they don't want. Right? That's not. Remember, the friendship is not a thing that you dash people. It's just like respect. You don't dash people respect. They will lose it. They have to earn it. It's like trust. You don't dash people trust. They have to earn it. If you understand this concept, you will never ask for friendship, even at a platonic level, from anybody. It will organically happen. because they feel safe and secure around you. If it's not organically happen, it's not meant to be. They don't want to be your friends. Okay? She goes on to say, he thinks I'm a shoulder to lean on, but his life, now I know she's probably a lady, his life has fallen apart and his problems just make me laugh on the inside. And then she admits to being petty. Bro, the fact that you cannot read ahead of time that this woman is going to be petty with you, you lack game. You don't ask for friendship. You wait it out. Potentially for the rest of your life, they might never come back to you. You make it okay. You work on yourself. If they come back to you, you be that friend. You don't ask for friendship. So that was for Coyote. Sesmo, as for you, you're right. Sesmo, absolutely you're right. Young lady, I think I can safely say that, politically correct.
You're right.
All right, that was that. But Ben, they had questions for you. I don't think you answered that question.
Which one?
Your friend asked you a question. But Ben, we have had. Oh yeah, give us.
I told you already. I think Chidima is making reference to when I said there are times when you are disconnected and you are not in the mood. Is that not the one she's asking?
And then you said conversation, right? You said
it's conversation. You talk about it.
Yeah.
You know, one time I think it was on your show here, Brola.
Yeah.
When I said that sometimes there are times that you can go 3 weeks, 4 weeks without sex, and some people were like, how would you do that? Why would you
go? What's you like? You two together decide to go together, or one person sees it? Which one?
You are together, husband and wife. There are times that I think it was a long time, not too long, about a couple of months ago, and I said it that there are times that you and your husband or
thank
you
for the 5 likes. We're still missing 15. Thank you. Go ahead. That you and your husband, yes,
your wife can be at home, and things just happen that you may go 3 weeks, even 4 weeks without sex.
And you're in the same house?
Yes. Kilo Ambe. If you have understanding,
I can't relate to me.
Okay, see, bro, that is what I'm saying, that especially you guys that you are relationship expert, there are some things you have to understand that is happening. Right. And this is why people
we okay, so we know that let me state this. We know that 15 to 20% of marriages are sexless. Is that what you're saying? I know that part.
I don't, if you say sexless is like they are together, they are not driven to sleep with each other and things like that.
No, is one person feel like they are not satisfied and it's bad,
and as a result of that they are not having sex, right?
Yes.
That is a situation where they have issues going on with them. Okay. I'm talking about situation whereby either the husband, most time men are the one who usually find themselves in situation whereby they are emotionally drained, stressed out, and they don't just have that energy. That sexual libido might just die off of like 2-3 weeks.
Really? Men are the one?
I don't know about women. I can only talk for my gender. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, so you're
women are there. If you know this truth, you can admit so that we can start solving this problem. It does happen. Sometimes, look, I'll give you an example. When America was dealing with me, when I only came to this America, I think it was like towards the end of the first year or beginning of second year.
Right.
Sex was
you were stressed out.
I'm telling you, it was the last thing on my mind. The same thing that was then. Even now, when I'm okay, comfortable, I'm going to school now. Do you know that was it like February? Yeah, February just passed. I was taking 5 classes and I'm working full time, and I have 4 coverages in February, and then I have to move my off day. I used to have off twice in the week. I have to move it to Wednesday because that's the day I have to go to my physical class. I was drained out. That the last thing on my plate, that's sex. So, but what did I do? I talked to my wife like, babe, you see, this school won't finish me now. I am not just in that space right now. Please understand. We don't have issue. She laughed my butt off. Yeah, so you cannot be chewing gum and blowing whistle at the same time. And I'm like, okay, if you don't arrange pay for my burial ceremony, just tell me. So for like 2-3 weeks, all I did was to concentrate because I was taking algebra, and I have this crazy sociology that they want me to be writing papers almost every time. So I knew my mind is not there. Every week I was almost failing my algebra. And you know what it is when you fail in America? My mind wasn't there. So what I'm saying is that there are times where men is not in that space for that sex. It's the last thing on our table. But if you are not having any other issue, talk to your wife. And women, that is when a man will know if you are truly there with them or not. Now, for some women, when you admitted and you tell your woman that, look, I don't just want this thing now. I just need time. I'm exhausted and all that. An understanding woman will know. She will find a way to walk you back into the game again. And of course, she will give you some space for you to sort this out, you know. But there are some other clients where a woman will simply take that and say, wait, he be like, this guy, don't they run around? He has a girlfriend somewhere, somehow. You see what I'm saying? So it does happen. And it is when there is no communication. So Chidima, that's the solution. You talk about it, and you as a woman, just look at your man. Is this the kind of man that is lying in order to avoid me? Or he's simply stating the fact? And can you really see what he's talking about, that this thing is actually happening? So I just give you an example. In my own case now, she knew I'm in school. She knew, see, when I do one coverage, I have to spend another 30 hours editing and posting. If I can show you my camera now, you will see where I am. So I'm always working, and I will still go and work at my regular nursing job. So it does happen. If there are no issue, if you people are not having some ill fighting and your man is just not there because of stress or something, you as a woman, you should understand. And communication is the way out of it. If you like, say, no, it's not possible, the man must sleep with me, you go 2 weeks, go 3 weeks, no sex, blah, blah, blah. Your marriage will just blow in your eye. I'm telling you.
So here's what we know, but Ben, you're not wrong, don't get me wrong.
Okay.
Here's what we know, right? There is no clear evidence that it affects one gender than the other. Okay?
I agreed. I don't have the data, so I agree.
So, but what we know in terms of data is that both genders can be affected by stress, and it can affect libido, right? We know that part. But we also know that women have additional factors that can affect libido. You know, things like hormonal changes, things like societal factors, you know, just you know, like societal, some of the many things that we discuss here, the societal social issues that happen in society, you know, the burden of having to play a full-time wife at the same time having to still be a full-time mother, and things like that. Those are two additional factors for women. Okay, with that being said, you're right in this sense that there are men that are like that. From what I've seen from studying this for so long, it's the minority of men. Most men, okay, just what I've seen, there's no data on this. Most men, the way they relieve stress is that they want some kwekus.
Yep.
Women, when they're stressed out, the last thing on their mind is kwekus. Okay? But there's a lot of generalizations to that. We don't have clear data around that. But there are absolutely men who it's not just because they're cheating. They're just not feeling it. You know? Now, if your wife is not feeling it, I always advise against it's time to communicate, because you're going to push that kwekus further away from you. You're probably going to communicate from a blue ball standpoint. Okay? Meaning you are starving. And you're probably you can't communicate. It's not going to work. You know, because most people's what they mean by communication is talking. They're not listening. You see what I'm saying? They're not listening. And if you have blue balls, you're just trying to get some. So if you're approaching it from a standpoint you want to talk about it, I would be very, very, very careful. Instead, what I will probably do is probably pay more attention to my woman and what's going on. Right now, I would advise women, if you're going through that, there are women that are going through that, women that have not gotten some and they don't know why that man is not touching them. Of course, there are women everywhere that's experiencing that too, right? You're absolutely correct. I would say, yes, make sure you do communication, but make sure you are engaging communication from an effective communication standpoint, not just that you're talking. Because just you're talking doesn't mean you're communicating.
Exactly.
Yeah. I told you not to.
Boy.
Chidima is hearing 10 seconds delay. She said, okay, you said it's generalization. Of course. But this is a good conversation, Brother Ben. We need to keep having this because I think a lot of people just struggle from just one angle. And if they hear my intellectual standpoint only, they kick against it because they are interpreting things with just how they feel. I think we need all of it, right? So that we can keep talking about it. Like you said, I'm with you that I feel sorry. I'm sorry that the Makun family, they're going through this. I wish them the best. The best does not mean that the marriage has to stand. We need to stop putting marriage on a pedestal. I wish them the best as individuals. If they're not good as individuals, then they cannot create good marriage. You want consequences for men. I think the fact that they can lose everything all is a good point to make. If you're going to cheat, be okay with losing everything, okay? And I think everything to a man is his family. Because you could feel the pain when he said his friendship and marriage is slipping through his fingers. You can feel that pain,
I'm telling you, Baba.
So maybe we should remember that the next time you want to participate in bad behavior, just remember that this is not the space you want to be. And but I still go ahead.
Yeah, and brother, just like you said now, you see that friendship is the reason AY achieved everything he achieved.
That friendship, because home front was good. The home
because
front was
whatever
good.
you are doing as a man, your wife, who happens to be your friend, is the one you will still come back to at the end of the day and tell, babe, you say he's going to give us some.
But did you not hear when Anton Daniel said, without his wife, he would have earned everything he earned? Anton Daniels, he said without his wife, he would have still achieved. I don't know what he's feeling like by saying that. You don't really earn anything by saying that. You sound more stupid than anything. But anyway, we all need support systems, and one of our biggest support systems is our wives, our family. That's undefeated. Yep. If you feel the need to say otherwise, that's your coconut head talking. You'll be all right, But thank you, Brother Ben. I appreciate you, bro. It's been
thank
awesome.
You, Baba. I really appreciate
because I will have
everybody. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll talk soon, bro. Take care. All right, so that was awesome. That was an awesome cover. Chidima says we did get blue VJJ, of course. Now me they tell. They God help all of us. Blue VJJ, blue Kwekus, blue prick. None of it is good. Okay, none of it is good. But when we're approaching any of these issues, make sure we're approaching it from a deeper level beyond just right and wrong. We know the Bible said it's wrong that you own their body too. Be careful with that. You will hurt yourself more. All right, that thing will last longer than it needs to last. Let's go back to the work that we need to do on ourselves. Be observant. Okay, be observant of your surroundings. Pay attention to how you make that person feel around you. But you cannot do that if you're not working on yourself. You'll be operating from a place of empty tank. You might just end up making unnecessary noise. But let's keep in mind that I haven't seen anybody sponsor this show today. I want to say thank you to, again, Chidima for sponsoring our last live show. I have not seen anybody sponsor this show today. But you can sponsor this show at any point in time. If you got any type of value, at the very minimum, do me a favor, hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified whenever we go live. Oh yeah, later on tonight, if you're up late, I'll be going live on Sharp Edge News TV with my uncle. So if you want to come join Political Talk up there around, I think it's around 10:30, okay? 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're up, we'll be going live on there. I missed this part here. Nelly Grace was here. It says, I heard allegedly there was domestic violence wherein he puts hands on her. Well, allegedly, right? We do not know. That would be sad all around. And that would be crazy. That's never a good thing. But yet, hopefully you've been enlightened and educated. I'm tired. I don't know if you can tell. I'm tired, but this was a good, awesome weekend. I think we caught up. Let's keep doing it. Share this video. Share. Okay. And hopefully you've been enlightened and educated. I will see you on the next one. Peace.
It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Me love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.